Nova Scotia is grappling with historic flooding as torrential rains sweep across the province this weekend.
Fast rain coming down in high quantities.
The heavy rainfall, all courtesy of this tropical moisture that's moving into Atlantic Canada, has been overwhelming.
Oh my God, it's getting worse. It's getting bad.
I can't go fast.
Coming to Nova Scotia, we knew that we would have to bust out the foul weather gear that had been forgotten about while we were sailing the tropics. No surprise there. What I had not anticipated, however, was just how much we would have to use said foul weather gear, and today, well, today is one of those days. Hi everyone! Since this episode was filmed, Nova Scotia was hit with Hurricane Lee, which was really bad. Thankfully, we had the time to see Lee coming and escape, so we're not in Nova Scotia anymore, but it's been a really hard summer for our friends up there. So if you want to see what preceded Lee in terms of weather this summer, keep watching. Tonight I was supposed to go racing on the Blue Noses, on one of the Blue Noses. It's been cancelled, but now Ryan and I want to go out to get some dinner, and the dilemma is, do we want to take a dinghy ride in this? When do we leave? Do we wait it out? The radar picture is a Christmas tree.
It's been like this all day.
Oh my god. Wow. Barney doesn't care, she has her favorite ball. Man, this is some pretty crazy rain. I think we go for it, Ryan. I'm not gonna take the big camera, I'm gonna take the GoPro, but I think we should go for it.
I do not want to go for it.
You don't wanna go? Ryan, pizza!
I know, but not the...
Pizza!
Let's just wait. 30 minutes, that's all it is. I
Ryan,
don't want to eat pizza soaking wet.
who are you? And what have you done to my partner?
Another storm in Canada.
Let's get ready to brave the elements. Okay, I feel that we have a little bit of a weather window. I'm gonna put my boots, give Barnacle her peanut butter so that she's happy. Okay, Barnacle. Look at the good peanut butter. Okay, do it. All the things you'll do for pizza. High five, Ryan. Look, the water is smooth even. Oh, wow, hi, hello.
Yeah, like... I'm actually a little scared being in this dinghy in a thunderstorm.
Why?
We're on the water in a thunderstorm and there's lightning all around us.
But like there's so many masts.
It doesn't mean it won't hit us.
Oh, Ryan.
Did you shut the companionway and
Yes, I
everything?
did.
Okay.
Oh, honey. I'm sorry.
Oh, we are in the thick of it. I feel like such an idiot right now. How many people are at the yacht club are looking at us and asking themselves who those idiots are? Well, I know the answer. That's at least one.
I thought there was racing tonight. We're all ready.
So,
There you
cheers.
go, Ryan.
Thanks, honey. Wow.
Oh, yeah. We are in luck. The weather cleared up. I called the pizzeria. They still have dough to make the pizza.
This is Chester Falls. Well, last year for Sophie's birthday, we were at Niagara Falls, and this year we're going to be at Chester Falls.
No, we lost. We lost. This was not a weather window.
We made it.
Told you we could be back. Yeah.
I really wanted a pizza. Okay, so we're back at the boat and obviously we're soaked, especially the foul weather gear, absolutely drenched. So what we do when we have really wet clothes, or in this case foulies, is that we hang them in the bathroom on a clothes hanger. We turn the diesel heater on and we shut all of the vents going anywhere else but in the bathroom. And the bathroom turns into our drying rack, essentially. And so that is what I am doing now with our extremely wet foulies. What's happening? Oh my god, Ryan, careful!
Huh?
There's so much water.
What?
There's so much
Oh, I
water
know.
dripping.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I wonder if we should run the engine for a little bit.
Why would you do that?
Because we're at 35%.
Oh my god. So?
Hey. So we have no signal on anything because the Starlink doesn't work when it's in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Good morning. There was not a lot of sleep on board this boat last night. The storm was absolutely insane. It was insane for us, but it was also insane for the entire region of Nova Scotia. I was woken up a couple of times last night to alerts on my phone warning me about flash floods near us. But we woke up to the news that a dam in the St. Croix River, which is north of us on the other side of the bay, is threatening to collapse, and nearby residents are recommended to evacuate. We have never seen that much rain and lightning. Barnacle was fine though. She didn't care. She slept right through it. Ron is in the bathroom. She wants to go see Ryan in the bathroom. No.
Woof! Well, the deck is clean.
Okay, so Ryan, what is the plan today?
I'm first gonna try to make some coffee, some foo-foo coffee.
Some what?
Some foo-foo coffee. That's the plan.
What is foo-foo coffee?
It's what you drink. It's foo-foo.
In the morning, I like to make a nice pour over with some nice locally roasted beans. And yesterday I taught Ryan to make that coffee.
I think I do this. Then I measure 25 grams. Water's warming to a piping 90 degrees.
Oh, honey,
What? What?
this is gonna be a little coarse, don't you think?
Oh yeah, I've got to grind it. I knew that. Okay, so now I put the grinds in here.
Ryan doesn't even drink coffee. He just made me coffee to be nice. It's very nice.
This morning, we head to land and walk to the grocery store to buy a few supplies before sailing towards Halifax. All through the village, we witness gravel, debris, and people in the streets cleaning it up. And as we get further into the morning, I receive more emergency alerts on my phone about flash floodings and road closures as a result of damage caused by the storm. In our years of traveling the world, we have never witnessed anything like this.
Bye, Chester!
Hi, Chester.
See you soon!
You were very good to us.
It is time for us to leave Chester and start sailing northeast towards Nova Scotia's capital. Today we are setting sail not knowing exactly if we'll shoot straight to Halifax or if we'll stop on the way.
It is a very gray day on the polar seal. Lots of flooding from the rains last night, but you can almost see some blue sky, but it's like not quite enough, so it makes everything just look like gray and blah. We have enjoyed the trip though. It's just the last like 48 hours have been blah. It's gonna get better.
But with very little sleep the night before due to the storm and a gnarly wind over tide situation leading to an uneasy stomach, I am not sure I can make it. Actually, I did not make it all the way without feeding the fish, which I did not pick up my camera to document, and also, hey, more rain.
I gave Barnacle a bath this morning, but I didn't do her hair. Are you extra foofy? Are you the Tina Turner of dogs?
To get into Halifax Harbor, where I thought we could anchor for the night, that's 29 miles.
So that's
get
5
us-
hours?
We're only doing 4 knots, so
Oh,
that
no.
gets us in between 9 and 10 tonight. The other spot I thought of anchoring is about 9 miles away. You want to just stop for the night, we'll get up early and just... This isn't going to let up, I think.
Yeah, this is not fun.
Yeah, the wind is part of the problem, actually. It's right in our face.
Yeah. Nah, we just take a break for the night. The bell is your friend, Barney. It looks so pretty, even in the rain and fog. There's a cute little church, nice little houses. The anchorage seems nice and flat. This afternoon on our way here, I received more emergency alerts. Apparently the dam in St. Croix River has been partially opened to avoid a complete breach. And there are a lot of evacuations happening around Nova Scotia because of the rain and the flash floods, which is sad. As Ryan says, this weather is getting really old. I think that for a lot of people today it's getting very, very old.
So I'm not sure you're going to be able to hear this, but one thing I find very cool in this little anchorage that we're in is we're in the fog, and you can hear the ocean crashing against the rocks on the other side of the town behind me, which you can't see because we're in the fog. And you can hear the channel marker with the fog bell. And Sophie finds it a little creepy. I find it super relaxing. We'll see if you can hear it.
After a good night of sleep, the whole crew feels a lot better, and it is time to continue our sail towards Halifax. And while it isn't raining anymore, the visibility remains low.
Morning watch, go to channel 6. Channel 6. 06.
The navigation out of here is a little bit tricky. There are rocks kind of everywhere. It's lucky that I have the help of Captain Barnacle to guide us through this rocky patch. Yeah, so you see we have rocks here, rocks here, rocks here. Oh wow, hello there, big rocks. The swell is actually a bit intense today. It's both like swelly but also choppy. We've put the sails up, which helps. There is not enough wind for us to sail on our own, but the sails aren't plugging, and we are catching just enough wind that the boat is still a bit stable. Okay, dear North American friends, we need to talk. What is the deal with the radio checks? It seems like 9 out of 10 messages on the VHF is a boat asking the Coast Guard for a radio check.
In the 7 years of sailing, I've heard like 10 times the amount of radio checks in the last week than I have in all of our 7 years of sailing.
I wonder if it's like a standard procedure that you learn at sailing school in North America that we do not do. It's also super invasive. I feel like if this was a standard practice, it would be much nicer to do a radio check on a channel that is not the emergency channel that everybody monitors at all time. And just like that, the fog lifted. So we have finally entered Halifax Harbour. The fog has died down. It's somewhat behind us. It will come back. It's a constant here. We try to sail. As you can see, it's going great. This place that is right behind me is called Purcell's Cove, and it's a special place to us because last year Ryan's parents had rented a house here for a week. We wanted to sail here. We didn't make it. But we flew here and we spent 1 week in this little white house back there, which you can rent on VRBO. The view of the harbor is fantastic, and this brings so many memories. But most importantly, the memory that every day that we would wake up in this little house, we wished that our boat was with us, and this year it is. Halifax is such a pretty place. And look at that weather. Wow, Ryan, Halifax is just really cool.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a little windy, I guess. Oh, okay guys, you caught us. We're not in Halifax, we're in Chicago. So Ryan and I have been working remotely ever since we left Stockholm back in 2018, but working remotely doesn't mean that on occasion we don't need to travel to meet our colleagues or some business partners. And in this case, Ryan had some investor meetings for Dakota Lithium, his company.
So about 10 days ago, I got a call that I needed to come to Chicago quickly for some work meetings. So Dakota has been trying to raise a little bit of money the last few years, and we hired an investment bank that's based here. And so yeah, we had a few meetings while I've been here, and they've been really good and productive, but it also gave us the opportunity to come to Chicago.
Yeah, so when Ryan told me, oh my god, Sophia, I have bad news, I may need to be in Chicago on your birthday week, I was like, wait, I want to be in Chicago on my birthday week. So I tagged along. We've been here for a few days. My birthday was yesterday and we had so much fun. It was so great. And now we're on our way to have brunch with a couple of really good friends of ours who live in the city. And we're gonna take a flight back to Halifax tomorrow, pick up Barnacle, who's been staying at a sitter, and resume our sailing adventure. Continue to enjoy this wonderful sailing season.
This is our Nova Scotia lobster.
And who are we gonna give it to?
We're gonna give this to our good Swedish friend Maria.
And John.
And John. They're both great friends.
Chicago is great, but it's loud. Oh my god, is this a nautical themed place?
Our time in Chicago went by just as fast as it came, and after a great week spent eating, shopping, and spying, I guess, it is time for us to return to Nova Scotia where Barnacle is waiting for us. But when we come home, Barnacle looks a bit different.
So we are back in Halifax and we picked up Barnacle at the sitter that we left her at for the week while we were in Chicago. The sitter was amazing, but Barnacle had an amazing time jumping in the water and running around with her harness, resulting in her hair becoming extremely matted. So we had to take her to the groomer and she got the shave of shame. And now she identifies as a Chinese crested dog. Seriously though, since we got back, she hasn't been feeling too hot. She doesn't want to walk. She tries to nip her butt every time she walks. And she curls up in a little ball all the time. She's just like not herself. And hopefully it's just the shave that's doing that. But just to be sure, we're going to take her to the vet. Okay, Barnacle.
A few moments later.
Barnacle seems to be okay, but she needed her anal glands expressed.
And so tell us about, like, what is that for people who don't have dogs?
I don't really know what they're little sacs in her anus, and they get full with like fluid and stuff.
It's not great fluid.
It's not great. It smells a little bit.
But it makes them very uncomfortable.
Yeah, and sometimes they need to get like squeezed and stuff comes out.
And
one was full and one wasn't, so they think that was what was causing her uncomfort.
And who's gonna learn to express Barnacle's anal glands?
Yeah. And they said they actually, that was really cool. They said if we wanted to learn how to do it, they could get us in with a tech and they'd teach us. And I'm okay learning. I know it doesn't bother me. I just don't want to hurt her.
Daddy Ryan
Daddy Ryan.
with his little doggy. There are people doing yoga on the Acadia boat, like actual boat yoga, not like my kind of boat yoga. And I'm envious. One of our favorite spots to have food here in Halifax waterfront is called the Bicycle Thief, but it's also extremely popular and you can't really get a table if you don't book. And I feel we're gonna have a really hard time getting a table. What happened?
Might be able to get a table. Maybe.
Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, I know, right? This is incredible. Wow. Look at us.
Since we arrived in Canada back in early July, our local friends have kept telling us how unusual the weather had been this year. We heard recently that Nova Scotia usually gets 250 millimeters of rain every summer. But as of August 2023, it has already rained 800 millimeters. As sailors, we are used to managing whatever weather event Mother Nature throws at us. And because we are never in a place for very long at a time, we tend to not notice what is normal and what is not. This season, though, it is very different. We have gotten at least one storm per week, and we have never seen as much fog, rain, and thunderstorms as we did. But on the other side of bad weather, there is always something beautiful to see or experience here in Nova Scotia. And as we are about to make our return south, we take the time to fully appreciate the sunny days and eat a little more food. And a little more. And just some more for the road.